I am Carrot. Can you hear me? Test, test, test. Can you hear me? Hello. Oh, it's gone. A little bit echo. I am Carrot. Hurry up.
Shut that baby up! Shut that baby up!
Dude, I fucking hate you for this, dude. Fucking puns. Welcome to episode 18. I'm Samuel. This is
Brian.
Today's episode is going to be on the best local stadiums. And the Shriner? We're going to talk about the Shriner game.
We'll talk about the Shriner game, and then we'll end it with the Bishop coach.
Oh, that's right. What happened at Bishop? We can get involved. We didn't mention that in the last episode.
Yeah, no, it happened after.
That's right. Yeah, we can go back to the comment section and get all the nonsense everybody was saying. The fight that broke out Saturday at 7-on-7 in Portland. You're a Miller lover, dude, so you're not going to want to talk about it. You see, Miller, you all are mad at me, but this dude's his son goes to Miller, and yeah, so you're represented here. Don't be mad at me anymore. I'm not the only one on the page anymore. He's on the page. Some of the main. What did we discuss? It's going to be the main stadiums that are going to be qualified for it are going to be stadiums like Buck, obviously, Port Lavaca, Alice, Gregory Portland, Calallen.
Cabinets.
Cabinets has to be included. Sinton.
Sinton has a nice one.
It's a nice one. My only issue with the Sinton one is it's basically a smaller version of Cabinets. But obviously their field's nicer because it has that never-ending nest logo in Sinton and the colors and. But if Cabinets is going to be not, Sinton people are going to get pissed off. They're already pissed off because the Trigger Me Thursday was about them. That's Thursday, but.
Yeah. I mean, this is the two stadiums that Corpus has, so I mean.
Sinton's is a nice stadium. It just when I look at it personally, that's not my taste. It's just I see it's like a smaller version of Cabinets. So if you're going to pick Sinton, you would have to pick Cabinets also, and then obviously because Cabinets has a nicer score. I don't think Sinton don't have a video scoreboard yet, do they?
I didn't see one. The picture.
It doesn't show it when we look them up on Texas Bob. It says no video scoreboard. I haven't seen one there. Someone posted a picture of the Sinton stadium. So we try and get y'all to get involved. So I'm going to mention names. Gary Ochoa, thank you for posting an aerial shot of Sinton Stadium. I don't see a.
Yeah, I didn't see a scoreboard either. Like the jumbotron or whatever you're.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a regular scoreboard, and that's there's nothing wrong with that. It is a nice stadium. Just like I said, it's. But then I guess if you're going to count things like atmosphere and all that, also, I mean, Sinton obviously has one of the better atmospheres in South Texas.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. They pack it in Friday night.
Jerry Bautista posted a picture of the Alice Stadium. Luke Pisarki posted a picture of the Flower Bluff Stadium. Flower Bluffs is nicer since they renovated it. It's just too small.
Flower Bluff is a nice field.
Y'all got good support there now. Y'all been winning the last 15, 20 years, and y'all need to expand at least the home side, man, so people aren't standing up.
Yeah.
Matthew Mounts. I don't remember where the fuck he's from. Matthew Mounts. Yeah, you're one of the ones that always participates, so we love you, but we love you as a follower, not as we don't love you.
Yeah, drop where you're from.
Yeah, I don't remember where you're from. He said, hopefully more than 3 people can fit in Buck's new press boxes.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the new press box.
But why is he saying that? They were never small, were they?
Yeah,
Were they?
The one side is smaller than the other.
That's right. But are they doing both sides or just one? The renovations? I haven't been by Buck Stadium in a while, man. Let us know in the comments section. Actually, we'll pass by there tomorrow.
Love the scoreboard, though. Love badass scoreboard.
Their scoreboard's the best around here. I mean, GP got it first. But then Buck and Cabinets got slightly bigger and slightly better ones than the one GP got. So, yeah, they got the best scoreboards. Frank M. Carajo posted the Calhoun Wildcats Stadium. It's...
Hello, please state your command.
What is that?
It's just the alarm.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
Oh, it's nicer than it was 15, 20 years ago because they added bleachers, but it's still kind of... I don't know, man. If you all had like a badass score, there's a lot of stadiums that had badass scoreboards like Buck. It would make the whole stadium look nicer too.
Yeah. Odom's, I haven't seen just pictures.
Oh, that's right.
It seems like they have a new. I don't know about the scoreboard. I know the field looks.
We got to Google their field.
Nice.
Man, my reception isn't worth the fuck when I'm here at your house. Google it real quick. Odom's.
Odom.
Put Odom's Stadium and then Texas Bob, and then like their information will come out. Or you know what? Not Texas Bob because maybe they don't have a new upgraded photo of it. Just what is their stadium called? I don't know what their stadium's called. I know y'all got new fields and stuff, so new turf. So Adrian Salazar, the Page's #1 fan, says all these ones shown are. Oh, that's a nice stadium especially for a 3A school.
Yeah.
That is nice. Odom's has a nice one. Adrian Salazar says all these ones shown are average. We consider Port Lavaca, Coastal Bend, they are #1, GP's #2, Calhoun's #3. Buck Stadium is disqualified. You're disqualified, dude. Your fucking comments are disqualified, dude. But we appreciate the traffic you bring to the page, man. You've been disqualified for about 2 years, dude. I don't know that. Oh, you know what? I posted this on Twitter too, so I can go to Twitter and see if there's any comments there. Probably not, man. We want y'all to participate more, man. Y'all only participate when I post fucked up shit.
San Diego has a good blue turf.
Yeah, I was there 2 years ago, I think. I don't know if I was there for the blue turf, but the stadium itself was all right. It was a nice.
And they pack in a good crowd every Friday night.
They're 3A for 3. Yeah, they had a nice stadium for a 3A school.
3A. I know Freer has a nice one.
Freer got new turf also. He said, who else? There's not a lot left without turf, man. In the 4A and 5A, I think Alice and Toloso Medway might be the only ones left without turf, but Alice has that badass grass. So.
Robson has a good stadium.
Yeah, Robson has a nice stadium too. I forgot about theirs.
I think they did
nice
the football
too.
and baseball at the same time. Yeah, and you go down 3A, of course, you have Benketti still has grass. London
The
still.
stadium's a nice stadium for those schools.
Yeah.
He's from Benketti, so it's all right, buddy. It is. It's actually. Don't they have the? Is that the stadium that in the middle section has?
Yeah, the middle
pull-up
section
seats?
has the backrest arm.
Yeah, the backrest. See, it's a nice stadium. It is. It's not big, but it's nice for its size.
Yeah.
Nobody commented on Twitter. Let me go to my Instagram.
What about Bishop? Still has grass? Yeah, Bishop still has grass.
I did a Bishop game last year or the year before, and it was still grass. Was it at Bishop that I went?
Yeah.
I think it was in Bishop when I did their game. I don't even remember who they played. We had our nobody commented here either on Instagram. I don't know how to follow. I don't know how to grow Instagram. You have an Instagram? I don't know how to grow Instagram, man. I don't know how that works. Like on Facebook, people can share your stuff. I don't know how they do it on Instagram. Y'all let me know in the comments, even though you're not going to. Oh, and the Coastal Bend All-Star football game, I put on the graphic to do was at Cabinets, because that Coaches Association website, wherever I saw it, said it was at Cabinets, but you said a coach told you something else.
Talked to one of the San Diego coaches, and they said Buck Stadium. So
I wonder why that other site
I'd rather it be Buck.
I wonder why that other site said Cabinets then.
I mean, it's always been at Buck, so I don't see why they would change it.
Buck Stadium seating is Cabinet seats 10,500. I mean, it's not going to get packed anyway. I mean, Buck, what is Buck? Was Buck used to be at 5th? Those old rumors of the Calhoun, the Mark game holding like 20-something thousand, that is kind of horseshit, I think. I think they just added that to when they thought Buck seated 18,000, and so they assumed the couple of thousand that were on the sides made it 20. But Buck doesn't seat 18,000.
Yeah,
They refigured it, and it was like 11 something. I
so
think.
I remember the game that I remember going to attending was Hayes consolidated with Cal Allen, and that was like packed, like
At Buck.
crazy packed. Yeah, that's the only. I mean, other than the Veterans Miller game that happened a few years ago, that was pretty crazy too.
I never got to go to any of those Lamarck Cal Allen games were there.
I didn't either. Did Lamarck play here though?
I thought they played some here, at least one here at Buck, didn't they?
I don't remember. Shit, that's when Cal Allen was.
90. They played like 4 years in a row, and then I'm sorry, Cal Allen fans, for bringing up old memories, but someone commented on one of the posts a while ago about the Cal Allen scoreboard and how it doesn't really matter for the visitors because they never score anyway. I said, well, you are lucky Lamarck never played you there. I think it got reconfigured to Buck seats. I have to look it up again. 11,500. I don't know if they ever fixed it on Texas Bob. Let me look it up on Texas Bob. Sinton's seats, Refugio seats 4,700. Sinton seats like 5,600, I think. GP is the one I don't know about.
I don't know the capacity in GP.
Alice seats 7,500-ish, something around there. See, Texas Bob used to have them too at 10,000, but there's no way it was 10,000, so we got them to reconfigure it, however they do it, the aerial stuff, and it was 7,500. GP, I don't know, man. It's called Ray Aiken Stadium.
Ray Aiken. That's Drew Brees' grandfather?
Yeah. We talk about him in Alice a lot. One of our players almost ended his career.
Well, right now, Alice has brought in their beef as far as their defense. The defensive tackles are huge. If you have a chance to take a look at them, unbelievable sized guys right now.
3rd down and 6 now. The ball is back in, so we'll see what evolves now. Westlake has to score on this drive, and not just a field goal.
First and goal.
They have to go in there and get the big 6.
First and goal.
Landry goes into motion to the left.
Another blitz.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, Drew Brees is injured. His knee really.
And they played there in the 95 playoffs.
I have a buddy of mine that tells me that story a lot.
Yeah, they knocked him out of the game, and then his backup came in and was better than him. I think Alice was winning 17-7 against Austin Westlake. They knocked Drew Brees out of the game, and his backup came in. And they lost like 45-24 or something like that. I wonder how many Banchetti seats. You don't know. I can never look shit up here, dude. Your Wi-Fi. You should make
get on the Wi-Fi.
Oh, here. I got on.
Yeah, I don't know how many seats, man.
GP seats. I see that. Yeah, I guess so, because the visitor side isn't too huge. GP seats 6,100. But it might be more. I don't know. This is updated when they added that little section in the end that's separate from on the visitor side. It's weird on that side. For me, GP stadiums. I think I picked them when we originally filmed this like 2 weeks ago, but we decided we didn't spend enough time on the stadium, so we decided to. And I had originally picked GP, but that deer blind you all have as your press box is fucking it up, man. But everything else is nice there.
I'm sure it's going to get renovated pretty soon. If it's not doing, if they don't do it, it's coming up.
Let me check the Buck Stadium seating capacity, see if they updated it. Yeah, they did. You see, Buck Stadium doesn't seat 18,000 like it used to say, or was it Kingsville's that say? Yeah, one of them sat. How do you say it? I don't know.
The capacity.
The capacity used to be either 15,000 or 18,000. It was 18, I think. Kingsville's is the one that's 15,000. But
well, I know they brought in that extra seating for that Miller and Vets game a few years ago.
yeah, and that what was it? They announced the capacity of that, and it was realistic. It was more than the
Maybe like
11,000, but it was not that 20-some thousand that they claimed for the calendar mark. That's not. There's no way that you wouldn't even be allowed to have that many people. Because if it only seats 11,000, that means they let 11,000, 12,000 people stand on the sides. That you can't have that.
Yeah.
So they were wrong about that. Y'all got to look that up. Cal Allen and Mark, sorry, but there's no way y'all had 20-some thousand at that game. Buck doesn't seat 18,000 like they used to think. It only seats 11,000. So Cabinets ain't that much. I think Cabinets probably needs to be refigured too then. No, they see 9,500, I think.
Yeah.
I guess so. It is kind of high. It is high. It's got a lot of rows.
Yeah, it's not as much as Buck though. I mean, to me, Buck Stadium is probably the best stadium down here. I mean, it is. I mean, obviously.
I'm gonna argue with you, dude. When we filmed this, whatever. I just automatically said Buck too, but I don't want people to go, "Oh, you're Alice bullshit." I mean, I guess I can't go. It probably is.
Yeah.
I
guess just growing up, that was like the main thing. Oh, Buck Stadium, Buck Stadium. I want to play at Buck Stadium. And
yeah, and the renovations since then are nice, and then they're renovating even more now. Yeah, I was just stick with Buck, man. I was gonna say, nah, fuck that, Alice, but
yeah. Alice needs to fix the lighting, dude.
Alice's only problem's the lighting, man. Y'all shouldn't have put artificial turf on your barn. Y'all should have put the lighting on your barn. You should get new lights. What you need there. Parking. Buy one of those fields. It's near the stadium, and so there's some parking, so people don't have to go park around the high school. Then that's the one other thing about Buck too. You got to park next to the cemetery.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah.
And if you want to leave the game early and your car's way the fuck over there in the cemetery, Corpus ain't the nicest place to be anymore. It's kind of scary as fuck.
Man, I'm telling you.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
And that's where I was end up parking when I filmed games. I parked over there near the graveyard, and then it sucks, man. You gotta wait for everybody else to leave also, so you're not walking your car alone. But we're just both in agreement. It's gonna be Buck. Buck's the best stadium around here.
Yeah. What about Beeville? How's Beeville Stadium?
Beeville, when Alice played Cal Allen there in their stadium in 2012, Beeville had the new home side, but the visitor side was still that old shit. But it's been upgraded since then. So Beeville has a nice stadium too. Adrian wanted us to say Calhoun, and it's basically their homes. It's kind of like Beeville's is the way they did the home side.
Calhoun has a nice stadium.
Calhoun does have a nice stadium. I gotta look at it again, man. They might be up there. Calhoun, I don't know what the fuck their stadium's called though, but Texas Bob, if y'all ever want information like on stadiums, like the seating capacity or when they were built and stuff like that, you just go to a website called texasbob.com, and it has all the stadiums in the state or the nation. I don't remember. I think just the state of Texas. Yeah, it's called Sandcrap Stadium. I don't know this photo of it's the renovation.
Home of the triple option. They still run that shit, right?
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's just shitty to play against, but it's fun to watch, man. What were they making eat?
Lasagna?
But they took off. Where did they leave it? Is it cooking?
I think it's ready. They're going to put it in the oven. But when they come back,
they're going to put it in the oven.
Yeah.
We have a cook for the show now that we're going to have lasagna today.
Lasagna on the menu today.
Oh, yeah. Look at their scoreboard's nice, dude.
Dang.
I think all that was part of when they got did the renovations a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's nice. What about Rockports or Inglesides or
Rockports and Inglesides? I haven't seen theirs in forever, dude. I have to look that up too. I haven't heard anything about renovations. Rockport is it Pirate Stadium also? Pirate Stadium, Rockport. Oh, that's right. Alice just played there like 2 or 3 years ago. No, it's all right. It's an all right stadium. It is a nice stadium, I remember, yeah.
And you got London right down the street. Porta potty, no restroom.
Is it like that? I don't remember. I've been there now. I filmed a London game a few years ago, but I don't remember who was there.
Yeah. They need to step it up.
I don't think I've been there. So they have their own stadium. You got to step that shit up, London, man. You are part of the rich area of the city, and you got porta potties, man.
Yeah.
I used to work in the oil field and have to take a shit in the porta potties, and I would lose like 20 pounds sitting in there, man. You come out sweaty as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that easy. Like after buck, it's not that easy to pick, man. I mean,
Yeah.
like we said, some of the better ones is just gonna be.
Mathis has a decent one.
Yeah, Mathis does
Mathis-
too. They have that scoreboard similar to
Yeah.
the Calhoun one I showed you.
Yeah. Mathis pretty.
Mathis is three. I mean, we could go by class
their
too,
fan
just to
base is
say.
pretty good on Friday nights.
If we're gonna do 2A, it would have to like Refugio. I haven't seen it since the renovations, but even before that, it was already.
The Fujio.
I don't think
good.
there's gonna be another 2A school around here that has a better stadium than Refugio. I don't know how the fuck that stadium seats. It seats like 4,500. There's only like 3,000 people in that town. The stadium seats like 5,000 or some shit. You know y'all are lying, man. I'll look it up on Texas Bob, the seating, but sometimes people lie with what they put in there, what they turn into Texas Bob. But if you request them to redo it, they got their ways using Google Maps or whatever, measuring to figure out how many. That's how we redid the Alice one. The Alice one used to say 10,500. It's not. It's like 7,500.
So let me ask you this: in the state of Texas, what high school stadium do you think? I know there's probably tons of them that we'll probably never ever go and see. But in your opinion, which one?
It's probably not my favorite stadium is Alamo Stadium in San Antonio. I don't know that would be the best. I saw pictures of one in El Paso. It looks fucking nice, dude.
Yeah, once you get up to the 5, 6As, they have nice. I'm sure probably the one in Frisco.
Oh yeah, the one
That's
was
the one that they play there on Friday, right? High school. It's a high school.
But why was it built? Is that where the Dallas used that to
Yeah,
practice?
I think so. But
I know, yeah, they got a
think
bunch of high schools from Frisco that that play, and it's a dome, right? It's indoors.
I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we have to be. Yeah,
I know-
stadium seats 4,700.
I know Mike mentioned the other night he was coming from Lubbock, and he stopped by Mason, Texas. The Mason Punchers, I think. Is it Punchers?
Oh, is that the one that has a canopy?
They said, I'm not sure, but he said that is the nicest, greenest grass he's ever seen on any stadium. Football field, hands down.
Mason. Yes, I saw an article about their grass a few years ago. They were showing the janitor that takes care of it, or the grass, the the grounds crew, how the fuck you say it. But I think they're the ones that have a canopy over the seats. The Mason Punchers. That's what I always wanted Alice to do. It'll make the whole Sky Dome nickname even more like legit if you put a canopy over the two.
So what's up with that? Is it Sky Dome or is it Memorial Stadium?
It's Memorial Stadium. What was I going to look up?
Mason.
Oh, Mason. Yeah, it's Memorial Stadium, but it got the nickname the Sky Dome back in 1980 from Bob Boyd, the head coach in 1980. I think he's also the one that designed the logos we all like, the shield with the coyote in it. Because that's the first year they had him when he was there in 1980. Yeah, but that story goes that they were going to play, I think, Stafford Dulles in the playoffs. I hope I'm saying the name right. Yeah, Stafford Dulles. And the coach went to go flip to play either in Alice or the Houston Astrodome. And when he came back to tell the kids, he said, we're playing in the Dome. And the kids got excited because they thought the Astrodome. He goes, no, the Sky Dome in Alice.
Okay.
So that's how Alice got the Sky Dome nickname back in 1980. It's a badass name, though, and like no one else uses it. Like they should like officially change the name of the stadium of that, or at least put it up there somewhere, like on the scoreboard, just a nickname.
So that's right. Back in the day, the state championships would be in Houston, right?
Astrodome.
The Astrodome.
I think Alice hasn't played there since like 98 or 99.
I remember that was like if you went to state, you were going to play in Astrodome. Again, now recent years they moved up to Texas Stadium, AT&T.
That's where everyone would always choose to play from up there, but it was never a set location like it is now. You could play wherever. The Alamo Stadium in San Antonio was used for a state championship game maybe like 10, 15 years ago. I think San Antonio Taft played in the state championship game against Mesquite, I think. The video's on YouTube, and you can see it was raining that day and shit.
Oh, man.
Clint, is this it? Masons, Texas?
The Punchers? Is it
Yeah, it's called the Puncher Dome.
Puncher Dome?
You see, they have that canopy over it. We'll put pictures of all the stadiums we're talking about somewhere on the screen, but that's what I wish they would do.
Yeah.
You see stuff like that more around way up there in football
Yeah.
stadiums around like Seattle and shit, Washington where it rains a lot, places like that. But it doesn't have to be. I mean, people could do that here.
Yeah, when I was stationed in Washington State back in 98 to 2000, those stadiums were nice.
You got to be. I've always wanted to go over there, dude. I want to go up there, and then I want to go to the other side over by Maine.
Hey,
And
high school football over there in Washington State, especially like in the Lakewood, Tacoma area, and then Seattle area, of course. That's some nice stadiums, bro.
how long were you over there, dude?
2 years. It rained like 8 months out of the year.
So it is true when
Yeah.
you see this shit on TV. It
yeah.
rains a lot.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why when you see pictures from up there, everything's green, dude.
Yeah.
It's not all brown. The grass isn't brown like here in fucking South Texas, man. The fucking dead grass around here and the dead trees.
But yeah, so overall, I mean, Buck Stadium,
I guess, dude, I wanted to fight with you and say Alice, but no, it has to be. I'm not going to be a dickhead just to be a dickhead. Well, yeah, I do like
because
being a
the
dickhead just
the
to
lighting
be a dickhead.
issue.
But I'm not going to be a dickhead just to be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do like
because
being a
the
dickhead just
the
to
lighting
be a dickhead.
issue.
but- For me, the only thing that messes up with Alice is the lighting.
Parking.
Parking. And for Buck, that's probably the only thing is you got to park next to the
Parking, yeah.
graveyard. It wouldn't be a matter if they would at least have like maybe a security driving around in a golf cart or something. That's what y'all should do at Buck, man. Someone's gonna get raped by a ghost there one of these days, and y'all, man, you didn't get sued. You might as well hire security to drive around the parking with a golf cart. But what about experience? Man, I'm not going to pick you for that either, Alice. Your stadium's too empty now, man. Hopefully that changes this year. Like we said, I think I mentioned already in one of the episodes, no one even came close to Alice on Friday nights from the whole experience, the fans showing up and the being loud and all the intent. Oh, we have to cut the camera off because it's one of those cameras that only records for 20, 25 minutes or something, and then you cut it off. So there's going to be a part in here somewhere where it's kind of weird because we don't know when it cut off exactly, so we might repeat something. But I know we're talking about the best stadiums is Buck, but then we were talking about stadium atmosphere. For me, that would be someone like Sinton, is what I was saying. It can't be Alice anymore. Like I was saying, it's your stadiums are half empty. I know COVID's been going on, but I think even before that, they weren't very full anymore. So I'm not going to be a homer and say Alice just because that's where I'm from. For me, it's going to be Sinton, as they still bring a lot for their size, school and
Sinton.
town. I mean, to me, Sinton has the best atmosphere. I don't know who you're going to go with, but
I'm going to go with San Diego.
that's a good one too.
They bring in a good crowd on a Friday night. And then they just have a good fan base, man.
It was their West Oso game I went to a few years ago, and yeah, they have a nice stadium too. They had good fan support. And this year I did their Orange Grove game. They had good fan support, and they're loud. They're loud too. That's the other thing. I mean, you don't even have to have a lot of people. If they're loud, it can seem like more than it is.
Flower Bluff's decent. Their fan base is decent.
That's right. Flower Bluff has a good atmosphere also.
GP, I'm sure.
GP also
starting
with their
to.
home side, yeah. I don't know. When it comes to atmosphere, it can be a lot. Like you said, there's San Diego, Sinton, Flower Bluff,
Refugio.
Portland, Refugio. Who are we leaving out? It's hard. Miller's is a lot better than it used to be now that they're winning. And if they're winning, it's good. I mean, they have a good fan base the last couple of years. Someone had put on one of my pages one time, CC Veterans Memorial, and I was like, stop it, dude. You've barely been to school, man.
Yeah.
But they have good fans support on the page, the ones that are there. So we appreciate you guys. You haven't been to school long enough to. So it's not your fault, but
Yeah, I think out of the corporate schools, Miller, hands down.
your best friend from King's gonna get pissed off, dude.
Oh no, he knows the fan base in King kind of sucks, bro.
That's it. I don't think the only King game I went to last year was the scrimmage. So
Against Vivo. Yeah.
for sure with your godson quarterbacking, I'm gonna go to a lot more King games this year to get him some stuff on film. Brian Gee and the quarterback from King, he's gonna be really good this year.
Yeah, but just
If he has blocking.
yeah. Hopefully they fix it. I mean, coach has been. This is going to be his third year, so
I'll say it because I'm not going to call kids out by name. Like I said, I wouldn't when it's a negative thing. But King's a good example of the genetic advantage argument I was making, that it's not all about that. It's about how much effort you put. I mean, I saw when I went to that King Bevo scrimmage, there were some tall kids on the line.
Yeah.
But they had dad bodies. You're not going to take advantage of your size. There's no point of being that big. I mean, that's the point I was making. You put those same couple of kids somewhere up north, and I don't think they're going to have dad bodies, man.
No.
Or even here, if they're going through the Kalalan system, they would be thick kids. This is my opinion on the genetic advantage thing and how it gets overblown. It does matter. I mean, I wish we had that advantage down here. It would help, but there's stuff you can do to offset it. Have you put in the extra work, like in the gym?
big time.
Were you a gym rat when you played or no? Back then, it wasn't as much as it is
I
now.
ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't. I would. Now, don't get me wrong. We would do off season pretty hard. We all ran track. We all, some of us did powerlifting. A lot of us did baseball. But yeah, the locker rooms, the weight rooms were open, but we just didn't. There was a few that took advantage of it and got that took advantage. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you right off the bat, I wasn't one, man.
I did go a lot during the summers to the voluntary stuff. I would ride my bike actually there. That's how I stayed in shape to the stadium. But I was never like a big kid. I don't think we put in as much care into the weights as some kids do now. Even if they're doing it, I think a lot of kids do it just to be able to post themselves on social media. But still, if it's getting the job done, fuck it.
Yeah. If we could do things different, I would go back to the gym and take advantage.
Yeah. My regret is I was never aggressive enough. I didn't start varsity until my senior year. That's why I always say, man, experience helps, man. I wish I would have had one more year because you just see things differently after that experience. But I wasn't aggressive enough when I played. That's always been my regret. You were all state, so you have no regrets, you asshole.
I would do things different, though. It's just, back then, it's not, I don't know, it's different from what it is today. You got all these camps and these pro athletes that played pro ball, and they have like mini camps to help with your speed, agility, all that stuff. And coming from a small school, I mean, all we had is just a little stinky ass weight room.
Yeah, there's
way to
always
take
camps
advantage
around
of.
here. What's the Legends Showcase series? Jacob Morrison usually comes every summer.
Carl Greenwood
Carl Greenwood does stuff around here also throughout the year, not just during the summer. I think the twins, the McHugh twins have that passing camp now. There's usually stuff going on around here.
I know Brian and his friends, they do the workout there at John Paul during the summer.
Oh yeah, that's the one I went to last year when you were over there.
Yeah, so I think that dude played in Oklahoma, or big dude. Remember, we saw him.
Oh, that's right. There was he was in Oklahoma Sooner. I forget his name. The guy who was running those workouts. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Now that we can have,
hell yeah, man. Like, yeah, we didn't have that. It was just all we were told. Okay, the weight rooms we open during the summer, and everybody's like, man, fuck that. Let's go.
I know.
Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the mall. Or
That's what sucks, and you can't leave it up to the fucking kids, man.
And then we show up 2-a-days, we're fucking sucking wind.
Do they still have 2-a-days, or they don't do that anymore?
Man, I don't know.
I don't remember. Y'all let us know in the comments. Is this two-a-days still happen? I have no idea.
Brutal, man.
It was fucking horrible back then, dude. My dad would pick me up in the first practice. We'd get a Whataburger. I'd go home and sleep until the next practice, dude.
Yeah, we'd go to practice. We'd get like 3-4 hour break, and then you just want to sleep and just you don't even want to eat. You just sleep and you're just dreading like, fuck. Another 3-4 hours.
It's crazy the things your body can take when you're young, dude.
Yeah.
I'm outside for a few minutes doing something in that yard, and I have to stop for a while. But back then, like an hour and a half, 2 hours straight, and 100 degrees in the summer, practice football with pads on,
and then you had the water fountain made out of PVC pipe.
Yeah.
You turn it on, it's all fucking hot.
No,
they let it run for a little while, and then it get cool. And
now they all have systems like the water boy and shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Professional looking shit.
Lots changed, bro.
The fan support was changed the most for me that I wish wouldn't have. I remember even before I was in high school going to watch Alice practice on their practice fields, and there would be like 20 cars parked of just fans just watching. You don't see that anymore, man. No one goes to watch practices.
We had a few parents that would go out there and watch practice. But yeah, I like Banquetti too. Like when we played back in mid-90s, we'd pack it in, man. That was like the talk of the town. Hey, Friday night football, where you playing here? It's been a while. Even when my son played in 2016, 17, it's not as packed as it used to be.
It's been that long since he's graduated?
Yeah, I graduated 17. So, but yeah, I remember we would pack it in big time, man. And then, of course, before I played ball, I mean, growing up, it was just, it was the talk of the town. Every Friday, if it was football season.
There wasn't so many options back then, too. I guess that's why it's not fair to today's fans. There's so many other things you can be doing nowadays. Streaming Netflix.
Yeah.
Or just anything. Like, I'm just in general. Like, even the games, someone will be streaming them, or even if it's not live, you can watch it somewhere afterwards on YouTube. Like, someone's always got the fucking games up somewhere. I think that's what stops a lot of people from going, man.
Yeah, I'm just a fan of high school football, man. Like, I know a lot of people tell me, like, why are you going over there? You don't have nobody. I said, I don't have to know anybody. I just like watching the game. I like the competitiveness. I just love it.
Yeah, and just you go to a game with me this year, dude, in San Antonio when I go with my dad. You don't even have to know who the teams are, man. There's just so much talent there. It's fun to watch, man. It's crazy the amount of talent that's there. I wish San Antonio would get themselves someone to win a state championship. I wonder when the last time a San Antonio team won a state title is. Other than Cibolo, but they're not technically San Antonio. Judson too is technically not. Judson hasn't won one. I think it's like the 90s, though, dude.
Quick story about Steele. Their head coach, David Sines.
Is he still there?
He should be there.
Oh yeah.
Comes from Three Rivers, man. Small school. Played against them. Yeah.
So he's around your age?
Yeah, he's my age, yeah. 42, 43, somewhere there.
I wonder what his path was that it took him there.
Well, I know, he was a standout there. I mean, he played both ways, defense and offense.
And
then
Three
I think,
Rivers.
in Three Rivers. And then he went to, hold on, Seguin. What's that private school in Seguin?
I don't even remember that. I knew about the Seguin Matadors. I didn't know they had another private school.
Well, that's the one, I guess. Is it a Catholic school?
I don't even know, man. Seguin,
No, it's not a Catholic school. Hold on.
Seguin, is that where Alice played LPJ in the 2020 playoffs, I think? They had gotten renovations to their stadium also. Coach Bush was there. Coach Bush's son, Travis Bush.
Texas Lutheran, bro. My bad, it was not.
Oh,
Catholic.
you're talking about
Texas
the college?
Lutheran, yeah.
That's right.
So he played at Texas Lutheran for I guess for the whole 4 years. And then I think his first stint coaching job was around the San Antonio area, and then he got on the Cibolo Steel staff. I think he was a defensive coordinator for a while, and then he got promoted to head coach a few years ago. But yeah, man, I mean, just small town.
So there's zero chance of him ever coming back to Three Rivers.
Oh hell, I wouldn't.
If you're coaching Cibolo, however you pronounce it,
Yeah,
you're not going to come back to Three Rivers unless you get fired.
yeah. I like to see those little like small town guys and gals, get some positions like that in life.
Small town, the Bishop coach we were going to talk about.
Yes.
What do y'all think about the Bishop firing? What was his name again? I'm going to say it wrong. Rodriguez?
Louis Rodriguez?
Louis Rodriguez, yeah.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that firing? It's hard to say. That we only know the rumors, I'm sure. But that's a good, you all can post it. We all know another version of events. But to me, it's just small town politics is what got him fired.
Yeah.
Parents, it is the vagina mentality. They don't want little Johnny getting screamed at.
Yeah. Soft.
And that's coming from parents that are probably around our age. Like, they grew up with that. You would think they would understand it, but they don't, man. They don't want people yelling at their kid. I don't get it.
I mean, I would want my son to have a coach like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he yells, he screams, but that passion he has made a difference in a lot of kids' life, from what I heard, from what friends are telling me that live in Bishop.
The only negatives I heard, and I don't want to, because I know people are going to watch, I don't want them to act like, well, I told you something and you're not mentioning it, is they say he would do that Ray Lewis dance before the game starts, like the coach himself. But the comment was that he liked to make stuff about himself, but I mean, if that fires your team up, that fires your team up.
Yeah, I mean
kids like to see shit like that.
Yeah, anything to fire him up, man. Look at that sitting coach unveiling those uniforms. Yeah. Hey, that dude brings it, bro. Like, the kids love that shit. They get off on that shit.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the video of the sitting coach unveiling the new uniforms and helmets, go to our Facebook timeline or Google it, whatever. I'm sure it's up somewhere. It's pretty neat the way he did that. Mm-hmm. Most coaches should do that. Yeah. It's pretty neat, man, and it gets your kids fired up. So Sinton went back to them silver bullet helmets.
Yeah. But going back to Bishop, man, like,
yeah,
I mean, he's not only preparing them on the football field, but he's preparing them for life too, man. It's just maybe a lot of parents don't see it that way. A lot of parents do see it that way.
It seems like one of those coaches that you hear later on, the kids 10, 20 years later, that guy also prepared me for life. Like,
yeah.
And it's always from coaches like that they screamed at you and yelled at you, and then you realize when you're gone why they did it. And
exactly, man. I mean, I hate to bring it. Everybody knows that I played for Coach Davis.
It doesn't matter. My friend Marty Mum's and watch this, and he's gonna love you.
I said, that guy brought discipline. We didn't have. I mean, I'm gonna be straight up. We didn't have discipline, man. My sophomore year, we did not have discipline. We did whatever the fuck we wanted. The athletic period, we're going to play football, and we played football. Or, we're going to go walk the track. We walked the track. Or we did whatever. Okay, when Davis got there, shit just fucking stopped. Like, no, we're going to do things my way. Take this paper home to your parents. And we're like, what is it? Like, they're like, no, if you mess up or, I'm going to be checking on your grades, be checking on your behavior. You're going to get licks. Well, they call it SWATs back then.
You can't do SWATs anymore either. No, okay. You can't touch kids anymore.
But yeah, I mean, shit. Brought in locker rooms, brand new locker rooms, and then we had to have everything right, dress, shoulder pads, the buckles tucked in, shoelaces, tucked in our cleats, and we didn't do that. You'd get a SWAT. I mean, for the little stupidest shit. Walking on the carpet with shoes, SWAT.
To me, those are the coaches that get the most out of their players, the ones that want to be the best friend. It's not that you can't win that way. I mean, obviously, I'm sure there's coaches that are like that, but you're not going to get the best out of your players if you have that whole I want to be your best friend mentality and I want to make you and your parents happy, and fuck that. I mean.
Yeah, man. Davis would go, hey, so-and-so didn't turn in paperwork or got detention or was talking or was late. SWAT. Like, that dude didn't play around, dude. But it made us better on the field. It made us better in the classroom. Made us better at home. you know, the no sir, no ma'am. You took that home. I mean, it was just. I mean, you carry that on. Like, you know, when I joined the military right out of high school, you know, I remember that shit. I remember, fuck, if I didn't have my shit organized, I didn't get a. I mean, but it just. It prepares you life, and I think that's what happened in Bishop. I think he was so passionate, yelling, screaming. People from the outside don't realize, you know, this dude's just doing what a coach does, what a great coach does, not just any coach, because it's rare.
He wins everywhere he goes. I mean, Banchetti, Sinton, Alice, San Angelo turned them around. GP. Those are the best kind of coaches.
Yeah. I just like to see head coaches, when they have to, get after their assistant coaches. That's their job. That's why he's a head coach.
That was the other complaint about the Luis Rodriguez guy. But that's
yeah.
As an assistant coach, you're gonna get. You should get yelled at too if you're not doing.
Yeah, doing your job. I mean, you have. I'm not saying it's just everybody has their different.
The head coach is a head coach for a reason, and you're an assistant for a reason. Yeah,
and I've heard too a lot of assistant coaches in Bishop would get into it with him, where they would get yelled at him like, "Hey, man,
that's
tough it up." I mean,
that's your boss. Just because you're also a coach doesn't mean you can't get yelled at.
When you become head coach, then you can treat your coach. I'm not saying treat him bad. I'm sure that's not his intention. His intention is like.
It's not that. I look at it as holding them accountable.
Yes.
It's like you would do it to the players. Why not the assistant coaches also?
Yes. You know.
So you have to, if you, in my opinion, hold assistant coaches accountable, because they're not going to care about the success as much as the head coach, because the wins aren't going on their resume.
Yeah, exactly.
It's why you got to.
And then when something comes up, like, hey, I need to talk to, the head coach is right there. Like, yeah, so. But yeah, small town politics, bro, played a big role in that shit. And they're not the only small town. I know a few small towns that are like that too.
Hopefully someone else around here. So I wonder what brought him down here from. He was coaching Bishop Gorman, nationally ranked Bishop Gorman, but for some reason he's not good enough for Bishop, Texas. But he is. Someone said he's from around.
He's from the Katy area.
He's from Texas, or that's what brought him back.
So. Yeah, like I said, I've never met the guy, don't know the guy, just whatever I hear from, just the Caller Times or what we read about him. But I mean, lost a good coach, and good luck wherever he's at. Just
I don't
I'm sure
know.
He'll find somewhere.
What level Bishop Badgers think they're on that they benefit by getting rid of a coach like that. Yeah. That's kind of stupid if you ask me. But so to recap, so this doesn't run on too long, because we've been talking a long time too. Number one stadium, Buck Stadium. My number two, I'm going to say Alice. What did you say?
I'm going to say Buck Stadium, and then I'm going to go. I'll go to Refugio.
I always want to say Cabinets gets kind of underrated. It's an all right stadium.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just because.
Because you can't choose that over Buck. But yeah, there's Buck Stadium's number one. Number two for me is Alice. You said Refugio. But all the honorable mentions are teams like Sinton, also. Port Lavaca is right there. Alice, for me, I say it because the grass. I love the grass. It's just fix that fucking lighting.
Oldham, I'm sure once we see Oldham, we're going to be like, damn.
We see Oldham Stadium, yeah.
We need to do a game there. We need to do a game there.
Atmospheres was schools like Sinton. I said Sinton. He said San Diego.
San Diego.
But others would be like Refugio and
Flower Bluff.
Flower Bluff was a GP. But yeah, y'all let us know too. We're gonna probably try out different setups for a few shows, and by the time the season starts, we'll decide on something.
Yeah.
I like this one actually. It's relaxing.
This
the only
one's
thing I
just-
don't like, and I was complaining to him, but is you can see all my fucking fat. I look like Santa Claus, dude.
We'll go to the gym, bro.
That's the good thing about this is there's my motivation. If I'm gonna start making videos like this, I need to lose weight, man. That's why you did it, right? You're a good friend. You did it on purpose to help me lose weight and get
I'm just
healthy.
helping you out, bro.
I fucking knew it, dude.
And let it club.
That's a friend right there.
5 a.m. Let it club.
Fuck no, that one's expensive, dude. I don't go to the Planet Fitness. I've been paying at Planet Fitness since before COVID, and I don't ever go.
Well, shit.
They're taking my money every month for nothing.
Is it one like bring a friend?
Yeah, I have the $20 one where you can bring a friend.
Take Steve.
Nah, he won't go. Anyway, y'all, let us know what you all think about what we talked about today, and we'll mention in the next show. Give us ideas what you want the next show to be about, or what do you think about the setup we used this time, or compared to the last time, compared to when we used green screen.
I think next show should be 7 and 7's coming up.
Yeah, we could do that. It's already going on. Yeah.
Well, I know. Well, the CCISD schools. I don't think they're.
The only problem with it right now is there's some teams still in baseball. Like Cal Allen, Alice.
So we could talk about.
Sinton.
Let us know who's doing spring football this year. I know King's doing it.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know what other schools.
post the schedules on the comment section about either your 7-on-7s or the spring ball, so we can show up and just make some videos, post some stuff with your kids playing.
And we can talk a little bit about softball, baseball.
What do you have over the second rounds coming up for baseball and third round for softball?
Softball, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, next episode we'll add some baseball and softball stuff into it just for a couple of episodes before it's too late.
And before we go, don't forget the Shriners game, All-Star game, East and West is this weekend.
This week. Oh, yeah,
no,
this Saturday
weekend.
at 7.
No.
Next Saturday at 7.
The 21st.
Yeah, not this weekend, but the next Saturday at 7.
21st.
I put on my graphic that it was a cabinets because that's what one of the websites said, but his coach friend said it's a buck.
We could probably talk about, that's too.
Yeah, but yeah, just let us know what you think about the subjects we talk about, the setups, whatever. Any ideas you might want to have. We got one guy that's going to be on the show when he comes in town. He's out of state right now in a month. But if we do another episode like next week, like we said, there's plenty of space here. We have 4 of these. We only use 2 because that's all we need. But we've got 4 of these. Anyone you just want to come chill out and talk sports, kind of like we did today. I mean, we had subjects we talked about, but then we just got to bullshit for a while too. That's an episode. If you want to just bullshit, it doesn't have to be a certain subject.
Hell yeah.
Talk about when you played, whatever you think about the game now. But yeah, that's it for this week. And thank all of you guys for following the page and the channel if you're watching on YouTube. We appreciate it. Just start hitting the share buttons to help us grow before the season starts. I don't know if you want to say anything before we leave. But
no, that's it. I just drop the comments on whatever you want to see you next time.
Let us know. So thank you guys. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.